Is that my mic plugged? Oh, it's using the. It's using the webcam mic. All right, so I don't need. Or is it using this microphone? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is it using this mic? Could it use the testing 1 2? Let me see. Let me see. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Which microphone is it using? Welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order? I got it. Can I take your order? Let me see. Let me see the settings. The microphone am I using? It's using that one. It's using the webcam mic. Let's see if I could. No. We only got the webcam mic on there. Okay. Well, I guess we're just using the webcam mic. Yeah, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. We're not doing this. All right, we back. Yeah, let me move this out the way. I don't need this tonight. We are back. You want yo Rim, you saw the new RINGO disc from no, I didn't see it. No, I didn't. I didn't see that yet. Well, what'd he do? Is that a request? Eyebrows, eyebrows? What am I doing here? Oh, I need to open it. I had a list for what me and my brother was gonna do, but then some shit happened over the weekend, so we wound up canceling the live. But I'm at my baby mom crib right now. That's why I got my setup. But well, we're still doing shows. It's just some family drama happened the other night, and we decided to hold off on the live stream. But when I go back tomorrow, Tuesday, we're gonna do one. But another news, uh, apparently Rango, then then when that new breed. Oh no, new breed went at Rango. Can't do a request. I don't have the legs. No, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah. Uh, so y'all remember the old lady that got shot in Harlem, right? That Hassan Campbell was complaining about. He was complaining that Jim Jones didn't have any outrage over. Then when Jim Jones finally shows his outrage, Hassan takes credit for it. Then when he speaks at the funeral, he has something to say about that too. It's like the man can't grieve. You don't even let niggas grieve. You didn't let Gilly grieve for his son. You didn't let Mama Duke grieve for her son. You don't let people grieve for their their loved ones. You just gotta make a video capitalizing off of somebody death. Adam 22 got ran up on by some Crips. I want to save that for when me and my brother talk about it. Jim Jones responded to Kanye West. That's another thing I want to save for when me and my brother do our joint. So I'm gonna just do a little Hassan Campbell tonight and check that RINGO and New Breed thing out, and I'm getting ready for work. So without further ado, we're gonna get into these videos. Yo, Hassan hairline is fucked up. We're gonna start with the one from today. That nigga hair is fucked up. Yo, somebody fucked him up. Yo, like seriously fucked him up. Hold on, what the fuck going on, man? Somebody like fucked him up. Oh yeah, one of his baby mamas must have cussed him out again because he's cussing out Section 8 women again too. So one of his baby mamas must have said something to him. But this joint right here, yo, we gotta put this shit up full mass. Put this fucked up hairline up full mass. Meekwood, what's up? Look at this shit. Put it up full mass. Look at this shit, him. Somebody come and take a look at this. Bro, cut that shit off. Seriously. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go, bro. Like all jokes aside, it's time. It's about that time, bro. It's about that time. It's nothing else to say after this, bro. It's time to let that shit go. Bro, you don't even have a hairline in the front. You said probably Kanye, probably leave topics to you and your brother since. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm the hot topics. I'm gonna leave for me and my brother. Man, lean back. Lean back. Look, he got a pat. No, watch when he dip his head down like this. I'm gonna try to do it in slow mo so you can see it.
You already know the rules. When you come.
Damn! Hold on. Hold up. I got you. Hold up.
You know the rules.
Damn! Bro. Damn! Bro. And then the crazy thing about it is he keep going like this. He keep trying to go like this and push it, like show it off. Like he's like trying to show it off. He's like, this shit is funny as shit. He keep going like this and looking this way and then going like this, trying to show it off, not realizing that, bro, somebody skimped it. Somebody fucked you up. They gave you a Whopper with cheese. That's what we call that around here, a Whopper with cheese. They gave you a Whopper with cheese, bro. No pickles. With a side of all flats. With a side of flats, bro. His flats don't even come with a burger. They make that in Burger King. They fucked him up terribly, bro. I want to know who his barber is. He need to be slapped. Now watch when he turns to the side. That's not even a fade. That's a bowl cut. Watch when he turns to the side.
When you come in my house, take off those shoes.
You really think that shit's sharp?
It's super violate that like button.
Look, what? Bro. Somebody whopped, bro. They ain't even used the guards or nothing. They just used straight shape up clippers and bro, they fucked his shit up, bro. I feel bad. No, I don't feel bad, but whoever his barber is needs the shit slapped out of him. Seriously. Whoever that man barber is, he needs the shit slapped out of him. Stephen King Stender. That was brutal. Ugly facts. Peace and welcome. Whoever his barber is needs the shit slapped out of him immediately, yo. Immediately. I didn't even watch this video. I couldn't. I just kept looking at his hairline. I couldn't focus on what he was saying. It looked like he had a hotel.
Shall we begin? I gotta say, I've never seen nothing like this in my life before. I've never seen nothing like this in my life before. When I say pay attention to your circle before they hurt you, well, this is a prime example. All right, so let me make something clear. I'm not defending Big U. I feel like
the fact that he said that lets me know that he's defending Big U. I remember this video. So you get mad. You want to expose Big U, right? He wants to be the one to expose everybody. But when Big U's homie exposes him, that's a problem. So let me get this straight. You done said all this shit about Big U trying to expose him, but the niggas that's actually around him can't do it. The niggas who actually know what's going on can't do it. Can somebody make that make sense? He said, hit him with the field knife fade up. Yup. It's like somebody shaking over butter.
Big U,
make sure
the scum of the earth. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. His characteristics, the things that he stands for, the things that he does, the fact that he pretends to care about the community while he funnels money, allegedly he gets money, grants for the government, and extorts all the black celebrities in the hood, allegedly.
Okay.
But nevertheless, I don't know. First of all, I don't know who this dude is, but people keep sending me videos, and I'm seeing little clips. Like, Big U was in jail, right? He's in jail. It's over for him. The feds got him.
Okay.
Help me to understand why this dude supposed to be his friend. You go into court. You go into court to watch him suffer in agony, and then coming back to the internet taunting him.
Wait a minute. You just described this man as the scum of the earth. Why do you care? If he's the scum of the earth, what does that matter to you? And that's what you did. What do you mean? You calling him a scum? You waited until he went to jail to start. You doing the same thing that his homie doing. You were literally doing the same thing that his homie doing. You waited until he went to jail. You ain't had none of that shit to say about Big U until he went to jail. Go back to all his videos about Big U. He ain't had none of this shit to say. And then as soon as he got Big U turned himself in, that's when Big U became the scum of the earth and this, that, and the third. So what's the difference between him and his homie? Matter of fact, I can tell you the difference. His homie actually know what the fuck is going on. His homie is actually there in the courtroom. You telling half third party stories. What's the difference between y'all two? You're doing the same thing. I don't get why you're upset. Matter of fact, I do get why you're upset. It's because this dude is getting more. If people are sending the videos to you, which they're probably not, that means that this dude is getting more traction than you are, and you butthurt about it. Because that's usually what the problem is. A nigga start doing the same shit as you, and he gets more attention for it. you get butthurt. That's what this. I think that's what this is. You just butthurt that his homie, people was paying attention to the homie more than you, and now you want to take some of that light. You want to go at the homie so the homie can respond to you, and then come on, man. We see this game all the time. Nobody's falling for it no more. Nobody's falling for it. You tried it with behavior. You tried it with everybody. Nobody falling for this shit no more.
Senior board's court date. Dirty shoes on, flat-footed shower shoes on, looking pathetic in the court date. And he was looking so bad about to cry. The judge said, "Mr. Henry, you okay?" He said, "Oh, I'm just stressed out." But you talking all this high-powered tough talk, but these dudes go to jail, bro, be like busters.
Then you got Whack 100. Both of these dudes at one point in time was supposed to be friends with Big U.
You weren't friends with him when he went to jail.
Friends? When niggas fall out with each other?
What are you talking about, bro? Big U and Whack 100 ain't been friends for 2-3 years. They were never friends. They were acquaintances. Well, I don't know their friendship, but I know they wasn't cool before he went to jail. So why are you painting him as a friend? There you go again, spinning narratives. You're painting Whack 100 as a friend of Big U that just turned on you when he went to jail, when they weren't friends for several years. And matter of fact, you should know that because you trying to lie and say, "Oh, Big U, Whack 100 had me on the line when y'all was talking on the phone." Come to find out, they ain't talked on the phone in 2-3 years. You ain't had no response for that.
There's no limit to what you would do to destroy a nigga that used to be your friend. Niggas be calling each other godfathers of each other's children, been at each other's houses, rode with each other. This is how you do your friend. Somebody explain.
Well, Big U and Whack 100 are not the godfathers of either one of each other's children. I don't know who this Giga Chad looking nigga is. That nigga look like Giga Chad. You ever see Giga Chad? Tell me he don't look like Giga Chad. But I've never heard him call either one of them called Whack or Big U godfather of either of their kids, nigga. You're spreading a false narrative here.
To me, why is it that Whack 100 is given a narrative that nobody else heard?
They're saying, well, Big U's motive wasn't the rap song. It was that he found out that the rapper and his son, Dayon, were lovers. And he was scared that if this got out, he would be affected in the NFL. Now, there's a few key things. One, there's people that have came out in all sports that it doesn't.
Yeah, there was.
But two, let's get to the real part of it.
In court.
Maybe that could have been the narrative. What the fuck are you at the court cases, nigga? How are you trying to tell niggas that actually be at the court cases and follow up on the stories that they're wrong when you do nothing but get secondhand information? Nobody you talk to are in those courtrooms. I don't hear you saying, "Yo, my man went to the courtroom," or somebody. You don't do none of that. You over here trying to tell West Coast niggas what's going on in the West Coast, all the way from New York. He in New York trying to tell West Coast niggas what's going on in the West in their backyard. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. It doesn't.
Shut up, pussy! Shut your punk ass up.
The number one reason why people beat homicide cases is because there's no motive. The number one reason why people beat homicide cases because the judge, the jury don't know the motive. Here it is. You got Whack 100 sitting on the internet, giving the FBI a motive.
Nigga, that's counted as hearsay. Unless he can prove that that was actually what was going on, it's not a motive, you jackass. This is how I know you snitched and you ain't go to trial. You didn't go to trial, my nigga, because you know nothing about courtrooms. You swear you know about the law so much, but you're always wrong. That still counts as hearsay. Unless they can prove that that was an actual motive, it's just hearsay. It means nothing. It's just a nigga talking on the internet. They have to be able to prove that that was the motive. He can't just give them a motive unless he has actual proof of the motive.
Oh, you know, yeah, allegedly, Big U, he killed his son's friend because they was lovers.
But wait a minute. You highlighting it and repeating it is doing the same thing. So you think because Wax said it first, you repeating it doesn't mean the same thing? It means exactly the same thing. So if we're going off your logic, right, and Wack is giving them the motive, what if they didn't see Wack video and they only saw yours? It'd be the same thing, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. It'd be the same thing, right? Because you're repeating it. You clipped the video, and then you went and repeated it yourself. So wouldn't you be giving the FBI motive too? Wouldn't you be doing the same thing? You actually clipped out what he said and then repeated it. So now they got two people to question. And it seems like you want to interject yourself into this case so bad that you're willing to, you're just copying and pasting everything Wax say, but then you're disguising it as him, you going at him. But all you're doing is just repeating what he says and then pointing the finger at him for it when you're really doing the same thing. Oh no, he talking about he make 5 figures a month now. Oh, wait till the next video. He said he make 5 figures a month.
I don't know that to be true.
Wearing fake chains.
But Wack 100 is a gang member who throughout his career of us knowing him on social media screams on Paru.
And you snitch on.
So on Paru, you're on the internet.
So wait a minute. So you highlighting him, right? Saying that, and then calling him a gang member. Isn't that directing the? Isn't that you basically saying, "Hey, Mr. FBI, this gang member over here has information that you might need on Big U"? Because that's what I'm getting out of this. Any nigga that knows the street code knowing that that's exactly what you're doing. You're saying, hey, Mr. FBI, look at this clip that I got of Wack 100 saying this. He's a gang member. He got some information. Oh, don't forget, he's a gang member too. You dry snitching, my nigga. You dry snitching on Wack and Big U. And you know what you're doing. You're trying to disguise it as you exposing Wack 100, but you're really snitching. Derek Peterson, peace and welcome. Well, the FBI ain't watching these niggas. They might be watching the gang members, but they ain't watching him. But let's just, we're just going off of his logic.
And you're solving a homicide?
That's what you doing.
So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600.
We've seen this 1,000 times. You put this in 30 videos.
Oh, back then,
Motive out there. You're solving.
take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI.
You're giving a motive out there. You're solving a homicide.
You're giving a motive too. You're helping him.
And when you sit back and you analyze,
You're helping him. You're helping him produce the motive. You think that they're not going to, if the FBI is watching this, you think they're just going to question Wack? Now that you made a video acting like you know what the fuck's going on, they're going to question you too. And you're going to have to repeat everything that you said in the video. You can't say you don't know nothing because you recorded yourself acting like you know something. With that fucked up ass hairline. Bro, how the front of your hairline is visible? You can only see the line. You can't see the hair. You just see the line.
I see. This is the perfect example of why I tell you people to pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Because we ain't got to be cool.
Wouldn't you be a prime example of paying attention to your circle before they hurt you? When you recorded Wack 100, before y'all had any type of beef, you were recording his conversations, saving them for when you did have beef. Wouldn't that be the same thing? I'm not understanding your motive here, bro. Because your motive sounds like you just want to be a part of this. You just want to attach yourself to this. Watch what he said about Charleston White. Like, he can't mention Charleston White without being like, oh, when I first met Charleston White, I brought him to the internet, and you can't even mention the nigga without trying to take credit for his accomplishments. You want to be a part of this shit so bad. You like that nigga that's in the crowd. And you like, oh, let me see. But you're too short to see what's going on. Let's say people are circling up and there's something in the middle of the circle that everybody is watching and entertained with. And he the short nigga in the back trying to get, let me see. Let me see. I just want to see. Let me see. You like that nigga. You just want to be down. You don't even know what's going on, but you'll insert yourself into it to try to be down.
I ain't got to skate with you. I ain't got to kick it with you. Y'all know my sayings. But if a nigga is already in the belly of the beast, y'all gonna kick him while he down?
What?
Yeah.
Didn't you just start the video off by calling him the scum of the earth? The foulest of the foul? Am I tripping? Or did he not just do that? Did he not make several videos of Big U since he's been in jail, calling him the scum of the earth? Hassan needs his muscles all oiled up to know how many butts. That's the song he should be singing. I want to be down. Right. Brandy ass nigga. But want to glorify his homicides before. Yeah. That too. Every fucking video, he's trying to glorify the homicides that he didn't catch. But yet he sits there and points the finger at Wack 100, Jim Jones, Mano, my son, and he's doing everything that these motherfuckers are doing. This nigga Wax Dog, shout out to Wax Dog. That's the sign decapitator right there. But yeah, this nigga, he just want to be down. He want to be a part of this case because everything that he's saying that Wack 100 is doing, he's literally doing right now.
Is going to whip Big U's ass. He's in his 50s, creeping up on 60. He can't even afford to get a decade in there. He's gonna die in jail.
No, he's not. Nigga.
That's not enough. What?
How put death on a nigga? Niggas live till 80, 90 years old. Big U is in good shape. 10 years is not going to do that to him. This nigga is in good shape to be 50, 60 years old. He's in very tip-top shape for a 50, 60-year-old man. Just because you look like you about to die of gangrene and diabetes and cancer all in one, don't mean that he is. Just because you look like you're going through chemo, don't mean that he is. You comparing your body to somebody who's been in jail for 20 years, ain't smoked or drink in 20-something years. This nigga ain't smoke or drink or have any drugs or any partying in 20-something years. He's in tip-top condition. Take the what and leave the what, or are you not entertained? Give up everything. DJ Cassius Clay, you crazy. But Big U is not going to die in jail. If he gets more than 20, 30 years, and yeah, gets like 20, 30 years, and yeah, that's a possibility. But 10 years, no, he's not going to die in jail. He'll be 60 years old. 10 years is not going to shit, especially if he's not out smoking and drinking and partying and he's eating healthy food. Well, jail food ain't healthy, but you know what I mean. What are you talking about? The man's in tip-top shape. You put death on this nigga. Like, just because you wouldn't make 5 years in jail, don't mean nobody else would.
That's not enough. And then these dudes are supposed to be his friends.
No, they're not.
There's supposed to be a line there when you sit up there and say, yo, you know what, man? I don't like this. I know we ain't rocking with each other, but nah.
You just mad that nobody give a fuck about what you saying about Big U. That's all this is. That's all it is. You want to discredit the niggas that's actually getting traction for it, so their traction can come over to you. And then at the same time, you want these niggas to go back and forth with you. You already know what happened last time you fuck with Whack 100, bro. How many times do he got to take your channel for you to learn your lesson? This time he's going to take it all. One of these celebrities are going to sue you. You think you keep thinking that you can say allegedly in front of something and that's going to save you every time. It doesn't save you in every case. In a lot of the cases, you say the shit as if it's true. No matter if you say allegedly or not, you say it with conviction as if it's true. And that still counts. That still counts, my nigga.
And then you dudes that's on the internet that's sitting up there supporting these dudes. If these niggas could do that to Big U, what do you think that they'll do to you?
Wait, first of all, Wack ain't do nothing to you until you recorded him and tried to get him killed. Are you forgetting that? Y'all didn't have no beef. There was no beef. And your excuse was the shit that he was saying lets me know that he was foul, so I had to record him. I don't give a fuck what the nigga was saying. That didn't give you a right to record him. Because if he didn't do nothing foul to you, that didn't give you any right to record him. And y'all had no beef. So what were you recording? You still can't answer that question. What was the reason that you recorded him? And saying because he said something foul ain't a legit reason. What reason would you need to record a nigga that you are on the phone with every day calling your friend? And then save it. And then as soon as y'all got beef, you whip that joint. You did that on purpose. You pulled it out too quick. Y'all barely had an argument before. You was like, let me go to this recording. And you thought it was going to get him killed. Unalive. And it didn't work. And then he threw what he say? He threw his nuclear bomb at you and got your shit took. And then, like, how you sit there and talk about what they do, and we watch you stab it's a nigga in the audience right now who you stabbed in the back. His name, he goes by the name of Wax Dog. He was your first moderator. He was your first supporter. He was the first nigga to have your back. And you flipped on him. Why? Because he started to catch on to your lies. And before he got a chance to expose you, you went and tried to flip the script on him and make it seem like he did something to you when it was the other way around. From my point of view, from what I've seen. And then you got all his channels taken away because he started to expose your lies. Now, if somebody making videos on me, right, and what they saying, I know it ain't true. What am I getting his channel yanked for? The only way that you would continuously get this man's channel yanked over 10 times is if he's a danger to you. He lost another one last week. He just said he lost another one. I was just looking for your channel last week. That's why I couldn't find it. You can go on my live stream. I was looking for your channel on the live stream and I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh, he must have got waxed. A new channel took it. Again, only way you would do something like that is if that man's a danger to you. Channel was a week old. He didn't even get the channel up for a whole week. That's how you know that nigga dangerous to you.
So
We literally watch you snake everybody you were connected to. Name one person that you came on the internet or one person that you was connected to that you not beefing with right now. One person. You came on the internet with at least 20 niggas. Name one of them that you not beefing with right now.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
And every last one of these people that you beefing with, none of these niggas fuck with each other, but they all got the same story. It ain't them, nigga. It's you. When you keep having fallouts with niggas back to back, and every friend that you got, you keep having a falling out with, it ain't them. It's you.
Soldier Boy.
And you had whack. Bro, one more thing. I'm going to let it play. How you going to say that about whack when y'all had y'all falling out, he took your monetization, and then you still brought him back on your platform just so he can cuss you out again? That lets me know that you'll do anything to run in those inner circles. You swear you don't want to be a part of the industry, but we always find yourself in the middle of our industry situations. Can somebody make sense of that? You say you don't fuck with the industry, but somehow you are always in the middle of their drama. You're always inserting yourself in the middle of their drama. But you don't fuck with them. You don't want to be around them. You don't fuck with Mano and them. But then you want to record and talking about how you can't wait. And you got a live stream where you said you would love to sit down with Jim Jones. They got you on video and audio saying that you want to sit down with Jim Jones and Mano and you love their music and you want to, you basically a fan. This is doofus with goofus behavior.
Nah.
Where do you find this nigga? Wax? Kalia? How?
And then you dudes that's on the internet.
Where y'all find this nigga?
Supporting
Wax?
these dudes. If these niggas could do that to Big U, what do you think that they'll do to you, Soldier Boy?
And let's not forget Loose Cannon. What you just did to Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon was your homie. That was your rollie, your new road dog. As soon as he went to jail, what did he do? What did he do? He threw that nigga all the way under the bus. Oh, he's a dummy. He's retarded. He talked too fucking much. He's a fucking idiot. He's a dummy. So you ain't had none of that shit to say to him when he was out of jail. As soon as he go to jail, he's a dummy. He talked too much. Why ain't you, if that was your friend, why didn't you tell him that while he was outside of jail? Well, would you say what? Somehow he's so paranoid he thinks everyone is out to get him. That's why he's always safe on the couch. Right. Couch potato. I've never recorded a phone call in my life. Now, me neither. What am I recording? What are we recording for? If you say something, if you can't take my word on it, then that's fine. This nigga said this on the phone. You look even worse. I'd rather you not believe me and not take my word than to have you looking at me like a weirdo for recording the conversation. Let me repeat that. I would rather me tell you out of my own mouth what this person said, if I feel the need to, than to have you looking at me like a fucking weirdo for recording the conversation. While and not only that, you recorded the conversation while y'all was still friends. Y'all ain't had no beef, no nothing.
It's amazing how
that nigga hairline fucked up, bro. That's why he got to keep getting two big braids right here, because it's a bald spot. He got to cover it. He's trying to cover the bald. He's trying to comb the extra hair over the bald spots. This right here, this whole area right here is a bald spot. This whole area, so he gets thick braids, or he gets the braids that cross over, so he can cover the bald spot. But it's not working no more, bro. The shit is getting bigger and bigger.
everybody's the rat. Everybody's working with the feds, except for WAC 100.
Remember,
Big U. Extortion era is over. Or possibly.
Not only is he doing that same thing with Five God. Five God didn't even get a chance to beef with the nigga before he threw him under the bus. And then he made up some bullshit excuse. I forgot what the excuse was. It was like something like, oh, he did something. I forgot what the excuse was, but it was the dumbest excuse ever. He threw Five God under the bus. And not only is he shouting Five God out, he putting Five God music videos on his channel. But the thing about it is, you act like you support the Five God, but you're not. You're really not supporting him. Because if you did, why you only put the videos of with your voice on it? Why you only post the songs with your voice on it? The ones that say featuring Hassan Campbell, even though you only on the fucking song talking for 2 seconds in the beginning. That's the only songs you post. You don't post none of his other songs. Falcon has a conversation with Shanks and they fell out over that. Oh, wow.
At least from the Rolling 60 size for now. Boy, oh boy, oh.
When you just taking everybody else's videos and piggybacking off of it, you ain't got no more content. I noticed that. He ain't really been having no content. He's either talking about Jim Jones and Jim. That's why I'm about to switch over to doing videos with my brother. I'm just doing this to keep the channel active. But me and my brother are setting everything up together. We're not going to be doing this shit. I promise y'all that me and my brother are not doing no Hassan Campbell videos. We might do one. We might do one to wean my audience off of it, but we're not going to be doing this shit like this. So these the last Jones. These some of the last Jones. Unless Wax Dog drops some hot shit or T-Bone drops some hot shit, because my brother do like Wax Dog and T-Bone. Hold on, I want y'all to see this joint about Charleston White before I do this Section 8 joint. Where's it at? My son been on my goddamn YouTube. He got all types of Power Rangers and whatever this shit is. Where is it at? I know it's on here. I ain't watched that much. My son was watching my YouTube. You see all this shit he got on my YouTube? I don't know what the fuck he be watching. I gotta take my goddamn thing from him. Tell the what the fuck he be watching. Yeah, he be watching all types of shit. I know it's on here. I just watched it earlier. Okay, I'm getting close. I know I'm getting close. I know I'm getting close. All right, I know I'm getting close. Everything I do, here it go. Everything I do need a new school president.
Out of all the people in the
And shout out to her, yo. Shout out to Sun Vibes. I fuck with her channel. Shout out to Sun Vibes. She do some good commentary. She do good commentary. She a little funny too. I don't know if she gay or not. She pretty. She all right. But shout out to her, yo, because she covered Hassan Campbell, but she does it. She does it from like a mutual standpoint. Like I don't think she really has a preference on Hassan Campbell. But listen to this nigga. This nigga cannot talk about Charleston White without trying to take credit for what he did.
we back with another reaction. My son Haas, you feel me? He about to speak on his enemy, you know what I'm saying?
She kind of remind me of Enlighten.
And one of the most hated guys that he have for on the internet, Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? Before I press play on this video though, subscribe to my channel, you heard, put your chest in it, you know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, turn your post notifications so y'all can get notified every time I drop a video. You feel me? So yeah, Charleston
I like
White,
the little
they
Pikachu
say
back.
Charleston White tells black men to let another man raise their child.
Okay, now before we get into this, I want to give my opinion on this. Charleston White basically said that niggas should leave their kids till they 10, get their money up, then come back, or just let somebody else raise the kid. I do not agree with that. But I totally disagree with the fuck Hassan said because he did everything that he well, just listen.
So let's see what's good with that.
Just listen. He said you a coward for abandoning your kids. Are you serious?
Shall we begin? Shall we begin? You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes. Super violate that like button.
Fast forward that nigga. That's what I was ready to do in the last video.
Charleston White. I remember when Charleston White first came on the scene.
Every time he
reached out to me.
Every time he talks about Charleston White, he starts off saying the same thing, but the story is a little different. It's a little different. I thought it was academics that reached out to you or somebody else that reached out to you. I don't remember Campbell reaching out to you, but it was a different person that reached out to him last time. And the thing about it is, listen to what he say his reaction was about Charleston when he first saw him.
He was like, yo, I want you to do something with Charleston White. And, you know, when I first looked into Charleston White, my first thoughts was something just ain't right.
So you thought Charleston White wasn't right when you first encountered him or first discovered him. So you still went and did live streams with him and still was trying to hook up and do business with him. So again, that shows us that you will hold animosity towards someone, act like a fake friend, and then find a way. And then when you can't get what you want, or you can't benefit off of it, or for whatever reason, you start beefing with them. And that makes a lot of sense now to why you just suddenly flipped on him for the same shit you was defending him for. He literally flipped on this man for the same shit he was defending him for. So that lets me know that you'll stay somebody's friend holding animosity or knowing you don't like them just so you can set them up later. Because that's what you did.
But I let people convince me.
He let people convince him.
To pretty much take it off.
At 40 years old, he let people convince him to do business with somebody he didn't like. It's other people's fault, y'all. It wasn't his fault he linked up with Charleston White. It was other people's fault.
fridges and dishwashers and dressers, drawers, couches, mattresses, bed.
That he was the truth. When my instincts and my guts told me that he wasn't. You know, I had people telling me, yo, he's the truth. He works with the kids. He works with the courts. He does all this. He does all that.
He do. But what does this have to do with what he said? See, this is the setup. This is what he do. He'll try to spin a narrative to discredit that person before he goes in to say his opinion. So you already hate the person before he starts hating.
But I kept saying, his handshake ain't matching his smile. I can see this nigga foul, right?
This nigga.
So you know how people say,
it's funny that you never said that until you fell out. You was defending him over what he was saying about raping people. I don't know nobody that's going to defend somebody that's saying that they're raping people that they don't like. Wax, you in the chat, Max, Jaded, Renegade, Niqua, would you defend somebody that you don't like, that you think is foul? Especially you're defending him over something foul that he said. He said corny catchphrases from songs from the 90s, right? You don't like him and you think he foul, but yet you were defending this nigga over something foul that he said. Where do they do that? And yeah, that don't make sense, bro. You was fucking with the nigga. And when he invited you down to do something with the kids, and you bullshitted him, and he called you out for it, that's when all of a sudden he became foul. You couldn't stand behind him. You couldn't fuck with him, and you always knew something wasn't right. That's when all this came in. Because I remember you was defending this nigga over what he was saying about taking white women cooler. Remember when you saying he grape white women and he take the white women? You even use it as an example on academics. You said you would push the chick down the steps if they did that to you. You was defending the nigga. But as soon as he tell you, yo, I got some programs with the kids, I want you to come down. He said, I got some programs for the kids, I want you to come down. And you ducked him twice. And he said, oh, this nigga ain't really about that shit. He's a fraud. You try to hurry up and run to the internet and be like, oh, I couldn't get behind him because he said he raped somebody. No, you was just defending him for it.
The enemy's close. I knew from day one, Charleston White was coming in my lane. I was the first one to say,
your lane?
When people were sitting there calling him out, nah, he's in character. I gave him that. Charleston White, first appearance on YouTube was me doing an interview with him, me, him, and Info Miles Tembo.
No, it was not.
Yeah. Now.
No, it was not. Charleston White had already had a channel. This was before Charleston White channel got took. He had already had a channel. How was you the first time? You see what I mean? You take credit for other people's fucking work. You took credit for everything Zip doing now. You take credit for Charleston White. You take credit for Billy's Gotti. You can take credit for Billy's. But you take credit for everybody. And if they ain't around you, you try to say they copied your style.
Let's get past all that.
What does that have to do with
moving up to date? And me, him, and Info Miles Tembo. Yeah. Now, let's get past all that.
Yeah. Why didn't you just skip past that before the beginning? What was the point of saying it? You just wanted people to know that you allegedly brought him to YouTube. You see what I mean? He has to make it about himself. whatever he reports on, it's never about the story. It's about Hassan. I know his audience is getting tired of that shit. You got to be you got to be in love with this nigga, and you got a lot of gippers on your joint that's in love with you, or you just got a bunch of morons, because there's no way somebody can sit around and get information. How is he giving you information when everything is about himself? Everything.
Moving up to date. Charleston White. Let's get to the tail of the tape. Let me let him speak for himself.
Yeah, like what happened?
If you under 25 and you don't like her and she done come up pregnant and y'all just made the club, fuck. Nigga, raise that baby. Get yourself together, nigga. Work on your credit.
Yeah, Charleston
baby
tripping.
10 years. Wait till the baby 10, 11, 12 years old, and
Charleston
then you show
tripping.
back up as a daddy with something to get a baby. Once you show up and you give them a, you can be gone all their life. Just leave them something. They'll love you at the graveyard. You ain't never got to
Charleston
get them
tripping.
like leave a hell of insurance policy. They gonna be bragging about my daddy left me an insurance policy, but he didn't raise me. So you ain't got to be in the kid's life, nigga. But if you love the woman, you be in the kids' life.
Yeah, Charleston tripping.
Let another nigga raise them kids, please, nigga, and let the kids grow up and let them kids have a better understanding that their mama wouldn't.
Charleston
They
tripping,
gonna try
bro.
to blame you guys. They gonna try to make you guys feel like you was a horrible piece of man if you walked away from the baby. And I just want to tell you niggas something.
Is that B. Lou?
It's way more
Yeah,
detrimental
Charleston
than
tripping.
Hold on, bro.
He did the right thing. You think he did the right thing?
Bro, what?
He
Bro,
tripping.
what is B. Lou?
Charleston White tripping. He lost his fucking mind saying some stupid shit like that. That didn't make no type of sense. It's just dumb. I think he just wanted to say that shit as a shock value, because it made no type of sense. There was no logic to it, no nothing. I could see if there was some type of strategy or logic to it, but it was nothing. It was just shock value. But what he says is even worse.
Who doing with Charleston White, son? Like, is they doing a stream together? Well, my audience probably like not really having same zero as crazy.
You got Jesus, Martin Luther King, and Anthony
Charleston White mad ugly.
In
Like,
that order. Man, he third next to the Christ. Oh, man.
He done got a hairpiece.
He got a
You know what shook my soul the most about
nah, he was out of
this
pocket
rant
for that, bro. What?
that came out of his mouth?
How did it shake your soul?
Yo, do Charleston White have kids though? I
Yeah,
wonder
he
if he have, like, I gotta look that up, but
Yeah,
I
he
can
do
let me
got
know in the comments just in case.
Who agree with it?
But I wonder if he have
cowardly men.
kids, yo.
Who agree with it? The most cowardly thing in the world that you can do is to turn your back on your child.
I'm gonna let that sink in.
That you can do.
I'm gonna let that sink in.
Who agree with it?
I'm gonna let that
The
sink
most
in.
cowardly thing in the world that you can do is to turn your back on your child.
Is he serious right now? So Hassan Campbell Jr. don't exist? Huh? The child you turned your back on? You don't have women in the projects right now, in and out of shelters, living in the projects, or your baby mamas ain't on Section 8 right now? While you claim you making 5 figures a month? Sitting on the couch with fake guarded jewelry on? I'm lost here. Not only did you abandon your kids in the hood, you went and started a new family and adopted kids while your kids are still in the hood. You gave somebody else's kids a better life and left your kids in the hood. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many of your kids are still stuck in Bronx River while you out in the sticks, living your best life on that couch? We have video of you abandoning your child.
And I'm not talking to the brothers that just couldn't take it no more, because she done dragged you through court. You ain't seen your kids in years. You done cried blood, sweat, and tears on your pillows, wonder when the next time you're gonna see your child. I'm not talking to you dudes. I know what it feels like. I've been through the females playing.
He gonna say the most cowardly thing that you can do is abandon your child, then try to give us an excuse for why he abandoned his kids. Ain't that a bitch? He said that the most cowardly thing a man can do is abandon his child, and then in the same breath gave us a list of excuses for why he abandoned his kids and blamed it on the mothers. That's the most cowardly thing you can do, is abandon your child and blame it on the mothers. That's the most cowardly thing in my book. For you to not take accountability and keep trying to blame it on the mothers. And wait till the next video. He's going to go off blaming it on the mothers.
Playing games, and you want to see your son, and it's auntie nephew day, it's grandmother grandson day. I've been through some things that y'all be like, nah, she ain't do that. Yeah, she did it all. They did it all.
Wait, so is it the mother's fault or was it Preem's fault? You wasn't in his son's life, because you keep flip flopping. 1 minute it's his mother's fault, and then the next minute it was Preem's fault. Because no, not Preem. What's the dude from Sex Money Murder? Pistol Pete's fault. 1 minute it's Pistol Pete's fault because he killed B.O. and you was trying to get revenge for B.O. that you never got. So you lost your son for some shit that you never did, according to you. And then on the other hand, it's the big mom fault. Who's who? It seemed like you want to point the finger at everybody, but who's really responsible?
Most of these kids that's running wild in the streets, turning them 4.5s into blow torches.
What the
when we
fuck?
was growing up, we had Mac 11s with coolers and nets to catch the bullets.
Mac 11.
Mac 11s is outdated now. These little.
You bragging about? See this? I told you. We just said that. Wax Dog just said this shit. This nigga bragging about murders and shit, and walking around with Mac 11s and shit. What the fuck this got to do with what Charleston White just said? Nothing. Yeah, I might not get to the next video.
Niggas got blocks with switches and infrared beams.
That's a fact.
How Jay-Z said, broke niggas don't want no cash, they just want to kill you. That kill.
What this got to do with it?
Little Ray Mike turned it to Michael Myers because their daddy wasn't there. But I got to put that in subtitles or something. Little Ray and Mike turned it to Michael Myers because daddy wasn't there.
What? No. Wait, what? That's not why. Whatever. Okay.
Charleston White.
1 minute, they turned. Wait. Because your last video, when you talked about this, you said it was the mother's fault, and the mother's is raising little Mike and little Ray to be demons. Now you're saying little Ray and Mike is doing it is because their daddy ain't there. So is it the mother's fault or is it the daddy's fault for not being there? Because you flip flop, bro. Is it the mother's fault for not? Is it the mother's fault for where they raised them, or is it the daddy's fault for not being there?
Just convinced millions of black men all around America that that's the best thing that you can do.
He convinced
to leave your son. You know, you ever seen Baby Boy?
But like,
only a dumb motherfucker like you would be convinced by anything that Charleston White has to say. And I'm pretty sure she probably gonna feel the same way too.
What's that, Daddy?
Like what? Who? Anybody that takes Charleston White advice?
Thank you.
You have to be the most.
Thank
you just have to be
Who the fuck is listening
You have
to
to be
Charleston
like, bro,
White?
you have no mind of your own. Like, if you choose this man to be your mentor, is crazy, bro.
It's the same thing with Hassan. If you listen to either one of these niggas, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
Out of all the people in the world, you choose Charleston White to take advice from.
Exactly.
Like, that shit just don't make no sense, bro. Any man that even like that wanna actually feel like, listen, I don't care no more. Let's go. Come on.
Let the next man raise your child.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, anybody that listens to this man, you just gotta be a fool, bro. Like, you literally have to be a fool. Cause the shit that Charleston White say is just ridiculous. I remember when he was saying something about him dating white women, like how he'd rather be with a white woman and this, that, and third. Black women is just not good enough. Like, bro, he just say what's that shit called? Not troll, but I think rage bait. Yeah, he rage bait through his whole career. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes him. That's
So
what
why I
makes
call
him money.
myself a lion? Because with lions, they come into the den of a lioness and kill all their cubs and have their own kids with them. Well, we know in America, these niggas can't really do that.
The fuck are
So they
you
give the
talking
emptiness and
about,
the foulness and the voidness to your child. Because daddy ain't there. Sort of like Snoop Dogg, Big Boy.
Yeah, you just flip flopped it. You just went from blaming it on the dad. Oh my god. He keep trying to project his bullshit on everybody else. I had my dad. I came out fine. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of niggas that out there that didn't have a dad. They came out fine. Look at all these basketball players and professional whatevers who ain't had a daddies. Just because retarded motherfuckers like you choose a different route don't mean everybody else did. It's majority. There's a lot of people in the hood that don't have fathers and they turn out fine. You're painting a stereotype, and that's all you're doing. You ain't never been nowhere outside of New York and Connecticut, but yet you preach as if you know what's going on in every single hood. Every hood ain't Bronx fucking River. And apparently everybody in Bronx River was angry because they was being molested, according to you. So how could you try to tell us what niggas in the streets is doing when you was playing house with Bam your whole childhood, according to you? How do you know how little boys feel in these streets when you was playing Ding Dong Dixie with Bam your whole childhood, allegedly, according to you? How you know what everybody the other boy is going through when you was doing something that every other boy don't do? You can't tell it. You're not qualified. You was doing shit that no normal boys do, and you tried to normalize it in your neighborhood as if everybody was doing it. No, it was just you. Hold on, let me read some of these comments. See, no Jews source, but this dies where the lions and Bam was. Yeah, he definitely is trying to sound like Cuban Links. I did notice that too, Max.
Jody. Little Jody sitting up there playing with his pillows. His little castle, he built a little fort.
Nah,
Snoop Dogg came through and kicked that little fort over.
Yo, kicking the foot is crazy doing Baby Boy's OD, bro. Like, all he was doing is making a fort in his house. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to the next video because I gotta get ready for work. So let's knock off this next video. Then I'm going to bed. He's going at Section 8 women. with that crooked ass brim in that hat. That hat crooked, the brim on that hat more just as crooked as your hairline.
You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? You heard that song by Neo? She got her own. I love it when she say, it's cool, I got it. I got it. I got it. We could all say, we grown, right? We grown. For me, I would love to be the full provider and take care of woman, take care of my wife. But the most attractive thing about my wife is that she got her own. Her pockets, her bank account, her lifestyle is quite grown. Yo, I love it.
The fuck are you
when I'm driving and I see my wife going in the opposite direction and we both pushing nice whips, living in a nice crib, right?
Mr. Pissy Poppy, all three of those things belong to her. You're saying that as if one whip is yours, one whip is hers, and the house belongs to both of y'all. No. That's not the case, buddy. Both whips are hers. The house is hers. You might have put the down payment on one of them cars. But when it comes to who names they're in and who's financing them, those are all hers. What are we talking about here? You sitting here trying to brag about some shit. You bragging about her shit as if it's yours. That's not grown. That's little boy shit. Everything belonged to her. Robbie, what's up with you? Everything belonged to her. Now that's not grown. Being a 50-year-old man bragging about somebody else's shit being theirs, that's far from grown. That's like a little kid sitting on a car. Remember you sit on the curb and be like, ooh, that's my car right there. Ooh, that's my car. Ooh, that's the car I'm gonna get. That's my car. You don't remember doing that as a kid? That's what he's doing right now.
There's nothing more unattractive. I don't care how fat that ass is. I don't care how pretty that face is. There is nothing more attractive or unattractive than a woman who sits on her ass and does absolutely nothing. And I'm sorry to bust your bubble.
And a man that sits on his ass on the couch making videos and does nothing else is attractive. I'm asking y'all women. I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know. So any ladies in the chat, is that attractive? A nigga sitting on the couch all day making videos, don't do nothing else, don't work. He's just on YouTube all day, social media all day. At 50, that's attractive. Where getting fully dressed, like y'all about to go out somewhere, just to sit on the couch and make videos with fake jewelry. At 50 years old, that's attractive. I'm asking the ladies in the chat. If there's any ladies in the chat, how dare you sit there and talk about a woman not doing nothing and you don't do nothing either? You have no job. I don't want to hear you taking care of kids. Your kids at fucking school all day. What are you doing all day while your kids are at school? You ain't working. You sitting on the internet making videos. Yes, you get paid for those videos, but you still don't do nothing. You don't put anything into society. Your job does not make the world go round. If my job shuts down tomorrow, if YouTube shuts down tomorrow, you'll just be out of money. If my job shuts down tomorrow, a lot of hospitals and veterinarians will lose their medical supplies, and then a lot of people could get sick or die. See, that's my job affecting society. That's a real job. If your job doesn't contribute to anything to society, then what the fuck are you doing? That's the purpose of a job, is to make society run. That's the whole purpose of a job. Everybody does their part. What do you do? Nothing. Then you gonna try to tell us in this very video that you make 5 figures a month with 2 fake $100 gold chains around your neck. You trying to tell us that you make 5 figures a month? Get the fuck out of here.
You females out there running up that Section 8 in welfare, you don't got your own.
Yeah, you mad.
You're living off the government. You are not independent. You are living off the government, and I swear by Almighty God.
Well, apparently, to what you, all the stories you described, you were either living off of BAM or one of your homies until you discovered, till you got on YouTube. You said your homie even bought you a car. I don't know no niggas that's buying their homies cars. Unless they got rich and that homie was there from day one and he been rocking with me. Yeah, but not as average ass niggas. I mean, what was your homie doing that's buying you a car? He let you fuck up packs and he's still buying you a car? That sound like more than a homie. But other than that, what you describe of your life before YouTube, you were living off BAM and your homies. You just now coming. I don't get you. I hate niggas that do that. They broke their whole fucking life. They come up for a split second and start acting like as if they were royalty. Like they were born into royalty and they've been like that their whole life. Nigga. I hate when niggas do that. You need to humble yourself when you get that money. This nigga, he one of them niggas that never had shit a day in his life, got a couple dollars, and then want to be looking down on the people who have lesser money. But then you want to rope yourself in with the poor people when you go on as celebrities.
I can't wait for Trump to take Section 8 and throw it in the trash, as well as welfare. Because it's time for black men to stop piggybacking off a black woman.
Wait a minute. So if Trump throws away Section 8, that means a lot of your kids will be out of food and shelter. And you that fucking petty that you will want that for your kids? That's wild, bro. That's really wild. You really want that for your kids? If they take away Section 8, your kids, a lot of your kids will be homeless and hungry. And you can't wait for that, right? That's what you just said. You can't wait for that to happen.
It's time to take the titty out of your mouth. No more breastfeeding grown men. And no more, and see with the men, it's time for men to put your foot down. But you can't put your foot down because you living off of her Section 8, her welfare, and her crib, and you comfortable. Living in that low-income building in the projects. Nah.
Why do you think every Section 8 is the projects? I know niggas that got houses on Section 8. It's 5 bedroom, Section 8. This whole row on this street where I'm at is all Section 8 houses. And they're all 4 to 5 bedroom townhouses. Nice ones, too. See, this is how when you don't know anything outside of your hood because you're basing the whole world on what's going on in your hood. I'm just now noticing that. Like his point of view of the world is based on everything that's going on in Bronx River. No, they're Section 8 in the suburbs too. You do know that, right? You think Section 8 can't come to the suburbs? My mother was on Section 8 in the suburbs damn near my whole life. Nice apartments, nice houses. She got a nice house. Well, she's not on Section 8 no more. But growing up, I was. And we had nice apartments. There's Section 8 in the suburbs. He thinks Section 8 is only in the city, in the hood, because he's never been outside anywhere. Tell me you ain't got no job, man. Yeah, he's slow, Robbie. He's slow as shit.
It's time for us to come for our 40 acres and a mule. Let them have their street corners. Let them have the bodegas. It's time to get that land back, but back to the basics. You know what the problem in the hood is? Most of these young boys in the hood gotta watch.
You've been talking about getting land back for 5-6 years. We haven't seen you buy a shred of a shred of dirt. We ain't seen you buy nothing but fake jewelry and clothes from fucking Canal Street, like off-name brand clothes, and Pelly leather and fur jackets. We haven't seen you buy a patch of dirt. But when they tell niggas that what they need to do.
Watch their mother struggle. So when they get a certain age, they get tired of watching their mother struggle because she could barely buy a pair of sneakers. That's embarrassing. In today's day, it's too much money out there. On top of the fact that they try to make black people like we broke and we just poor. And that's not true when we the 8th superpower when it comes to spending in America.
But yet, all you do is talk about poverty and pain. You're a poverty pimp.
That's in America. We are a superpower when it comes to spending money, which means we get in the bag. Everybody ain't broke. If something happened to me right now, I make 5 figures a month and better. Nice, right? If something happens,
you make 5 figures a month wearing $200 worth of jewelry around his neck that's turning green. Either you the dumbest nigga with money, or I don't know, nigga. I don't know too many niggas that make 5 figures a month walking around with $200 chains on their neck that's turning green. Them joints not even gold no more. Them joints are literally green. I'm surprised your neck ain't turning green. I'm surprised your neck ain't that. I'm surprised you ain't got all type of keloids and bumps in the back of your neck. That's probably why you wear a do-rag all the time, because you keep trying to cover up them bumps on the back of your neck from that goddamn chain. Them chains. 26 people in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button and support the channel. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. You already know.
to me, my wife ain't gonna be running to her family members. I'm backed up in this bill, or they cut my food stamps. Could you send me a couple?
Yeah, it ain't gonna be because of you. You just said she gets the bag on her own. So if something happened to you today, yeah, of course we know she'll be fine. You just said she has her own. It ain't gonna be because of you. You ain't putting no money away. There's no way you put any money away, bro. With all the shit that you done bought and the shit of that zesty ass backyard and the cars you bought and bikes, and you ain't putting no money away, bro. We can do a calculation of all the shit you bought. And I ain't even trying to do that because that's pocket watching. But you can just see it for yourself. You don't have to pocket watch to see it. You spend way too much to have had put any type of money away. Because this is how we know for a fact. When WAC 100 took your monetization, the first thing you did was run to the internet and tell us that you didn't put no money away and why niggas trying to stop you from feeding your family and all this other bullshit. That's what you said. So we know you didn't put no money away.
But my wife ain't asking nobody for nothing, and I love it. My wife ain't pocket watching. Nobody's treating my wife like a little girl.
You mean except you? Like when you call her a crackhead in front of everybody? You treat her like a little girl. You call her a crackhead in front of everybody. We don't need to do it. You already do it. She hasn't ever given us a reason to treat her any type of way.
My wife don't have to look at my daughters and say, hey, your daddy gave you a couple of dollars. Can I borrow your money so I could go to the store and buy a loaf of bread? My wife doesn't have to ask my kids for $1. Ain't nothing worse.
What woman asks her kids
your
for
kids
$1?
looking at their mother. And even though they love their mommy, they seeing a lazy sack of shit.
Yeah, he talking about one of his big moms must have told him off again, because he does the same thing every time he gets into an argument with one. He goes and try to brag about his wife having her own, and how these Section 8 women is lazy, and how much money he made. It's always the same. Lately, you've only been talking about the same 3 topics: Section 8. And big mamas and Section 8 women, your so-called street life, and your alleged unalivings that you did, and Jim Jones. You ain't been talking about nothing else. I see you stop talking about me now. Oh, WAC 100 and Big U. That's all you can talk about right now. None of your other content is being watched.
Sitting on her ass, gossiping on the phone, and watching TV all day. I mean, absolutely all day.
Yeah,
and then
you talking about one of your
get
big
up
moms
and get dressed to impress to go nowhere.
This is too specific. He has to be talking about somebody he knows. The shit you're describing is too specific. It sounds like you're talking about one person.
You don't have a job.
Neither do you.
You chicks need to be put on punishment. You always going to the party. How you partying? And you ain't got no money in your pocket. How you partying and you ain't got no money?
I don't know any woman that really needs money in their pocket to party. Women don't need money in their pockets to party. This is how we know that you're not attracted to women. Because a nigga that's attracted to women would know that. The women don't need no money to party. Niggas is buying, if you look good, niggas is buying drinks all night. This is how we know that you're not attracted to women. Because a man would immediately be, wait, what? That's what I'm saying. What? Thank you, man. They sitting on they money every day. What did you? That's how we know that you don't like women. Because a straight nigga will pick up on that real quick. Wait, what? Since when do women need money to party? Seven, what's up, bro?
In your pocket. And see, when you women and you get in your 30s and your 40s, and you still not getting to the bag, your egos is too big. It's time for men to start manning up.
You know what I noticed too? We ain't never hear you say nothing good about women either. We ain't never even hear you say what type of women you attracted to. All you do is bash them. That's another clear sign that you are not attracted to women. We've never heard you say anything good about women. Not even the ones that you never even said what type of woman you was attracted to or anything like that. It's just nothing but women bashing, just shitting on women. That's how we know that you're not attracted to women, bro. You like dudes.
And it's time for you females to get up off your ass and go get something.
How do you know?
Because I don't have no problem with paying the bills and taking care of a woman and spoiling a woman and spending money on a woman. I don't have no problem with that.
So what's the point?
But at the same time, just looking at you, watching my life go down. You just
what?
We go to a gathering amongst friends and families, and we start talking about careers and what this person doing with this, and this dude talking about his wife. Well, yeah, you know, I'm a accountant at the bank, or I do income taxes, whatever that girl career is. Then when it's time for your wife to say what she do, and they looking like, so what do you do? I'm a stay-at-home mom.
What's wrong with that?
You a what?
So now you shit on all the stay-at-home moms?
You have to rely on a man.
What's up?
If that man leaves you, you have nothing. If Section 8 decides to put you off and turn that program off, you have nothing. When you get that letter in,
that's the same thing with YouTube and you. If YouTube decides to shut off, you have nothing. You keep talking this shit like you got some type of backup plan. We've already discovered you have no backup plans. When your monetization got taken, you told us you didn't have no backup plans. You didn't have no businesses. You didn't save no money. So what's the difference between the Section 8 woman and you? Because if YouTube shuts off tomorrow, you're dependent on legal, like you was. So what's the difference between the Section 8 woman and you? Help me out here. If just like you said, if the man leaves, she has nothing. But if she has Section 8, she still got her house. But if Section 8 take it, she definitely has nothing. It's the same thing with you. If Lily leaves you, you homeless. You stay in a hotel, you can use your YouTube money. But if YouTube shut down at the same time, what do you have? Nothing. You got to take all that shit in the yard back. You got to take all the cars back. Matter of fact, you can't take the cars back because they're hers in her name. And the backyard is hers. Possession is 9/10 of the law. What they say? She can say you gifted it to her. The backyard is hers because it's on her property. What, you gonna take the whole fucking waterfall down? Where you gonna put it? So what's the difference? What time is it? Oh, only 11
In the
o'clock.
mail, and welfare say, for whatever reasons, we're cutting your food stamps. Being broke is childish. And my wife is quite grown. To all you females out there,
Yeah, he is super nut.
get up off your butt and do something. The last thing you want to do is be like some of the females that I've seen, good woman that stay at home and raise the kids. And then a husband at the bodega dies a tragic death because somebody robbed them and killed them in the process of a shooting. I've seen it so many times. And then I see the woman on the news. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills?
You make me want to go to sleep.
If that man loses his life or loses his job or gets sick, you don't know where the next dollar is coming from? That's unattractive. Get up off your ass.
If she's a stay-at-home, men have in relationships. There are roles. If she plays the stay-at-home mom, then that means she take care of the house. I take care of the bills. And then if something happens to me, well, what can Chris Rock say? If you got to pay Tamarine, play that mother Tamarine, motherfucking Tamarine. The fuck? You switch roles. That's how shit works. That's how the teamwork make the dream work. You acting like every single woman is just sitting around doing nothing. And it's ridiculous that you keep generalizing black women as if they're not some of the hardest workers. What about all the single mothers out there that gotta get the kids up, deal with the kids all day long, get them up, get them dressed for school, take them to school, then go to work, then come home, then come and deal with the kids after school, make dinner, keep the house clean. That's not doing nothing? That's doing a whole lot there, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? You just a doofus for goofus.
Ass and do something. Get to that bag.
Oh yeah, I had to watch that to do that video for Renegade, right?
It is what it is, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt.
I hear him say that shit one more time. Was it he? She said it was New Breed. Renegade put the link in the chat. Renegade, is you still here? Oh, I think that's right. That's it right there. RINGO TV exposed. I think this is right here.
Warning. The following program is intended for a mature.
Hold up real quick. Let me grab the snap. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, let me know when you're ready.
Mature audience. The language coming from the mouth of RINGO TV reactions is very disturbing and foul.
Wait, let me text Renegade and let her know that I'm doing the video. She wanted to ask about it. I ain't seen her in the chat. Renegade, is you still in the chat? Let me text her. Let her know that I'm doing it now. I just texted her. Hopefully she.
Sure to clean your brain out later. We apologize in advance, but we must expose these liars. Viewer discretion is advised.
I know what meat is. And too bad I don't have my laughter track, but you know Ringo be talking about heavy meat, deep. Y'all know what meat is, right? Meat. It literally says meat. I know what meat is. Right?
More proof that New Breed is zesty, obsessed with heavy meat and more. Huh?
Yes.
New Breed is obsessed with heavy meat.
Yes.
Let's go and get this on the screen. Take a look at this, y'all. Take a look at this. Now.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga do look like a blobfish. Hold on. The way you hold on.
More proof that New Breed is zesty, obsessed with heavy meat and more. Huh?
Yo. Yo, New Breed ain't shit. Yo, he ain't shit for that. Yo, dude look like a blobfish. Yo, he ain't shit for that. Yeah, that's what New Breed always saying. Heavy meat. That's his like slogan.
New Breed is obsessed with heavy meat. Let's go and get this on the screen. Take a look at this, y'all. Take a look at this. Now, look at this. He literally is making a video about another man's meat. And then he stood up there and called it a heavy meat demon. Now check this out. What kind of man focuses on another man's meat? I mean, come on, dog. You can't make this stuff up. I was like, oh, hell no. But yet he want to sit up there and try to claim that I'm zesty.
It's official, y'all. Y'all see this? And look, notice how we actually look at this right in the eye.
Alone gets 2 snaps up. Give this one 2 snaps up in a circle. This book gets the yet unheard of Zorro snap.
Yo, New Breed is a goon for this. Yo. He said they look like hated it.
Right.
Alone gets 2 snaps up. Give this one 2 snaps up in a circle.
2 snaps up in a circle.
This book gets the yet unheard of Zorro snap.
Oh my God. Yo, Ringo ain't shit. I bet New Breed, he a goon for this. He a goon for this.
Now check this out. What kind of man focuses on another man's meat? I mean, come on, dog. You can't make this stuff up. What kind of righteous, straight man, straight masculine man focuses on another man's meat?
Yeah, I don't know.
Got him.
Yeah.
We fucking got him.
We fucking got him.
And airings on, you had to be taking heavy meat in the industry. And I believe that
I told y'all
when already, man. Y'all already put heavy meat inside of me. I'm tired, man. I can't take this no more, man. Like, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. Do they put heavy meat on his back? Like, what really takes place after a situation like that? Do they go out and get drinks?
Bro, that's a lot of heavy meat on your mind, my nigga. A whole lot of heavy meat on your mind, my nigga. You're doing a lot of talking about heavy meat. You got me saying it now. Now pause. Pause. No diddy.
I'm trying to figure this out, like, because it's like, I want to put heavy meat inside of you. He's supposed to want to.
What?
I mean, how do you think we all got here? Your pops put heavy meat deep. I'm talking about balls deep in your mom.
Why would anybody even want to think about that, bruh? Why would that even enter your brain? Everybody knows how they got there, but nobody want to think about how we got there. We know there's a difference between knowing and thinking about it. You doing both. You talking about how? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I would have slapped the shit out of him if I was standing next to him.
Your pops put heavy meat deep. I'm talking about balls deep in your mom's.
What kind of man focuses on another man's meat? I mean, come on, dog. You can't make this stuff up. What kind of righteous, straight man, straight masculine man focuses on another man's meat?
Heavy meat up inside them boys. I'm talking about heavy meat, dark meat. He was putting heavy meat deep inside them boys in the church. Heavy meat up inside them boys. I'm talking about heavy meat, dark meat. He was putting heavy meat deep inside them boys in the church.
What kind of righteous, straight man, straight masculine man focuses on another man's meat?
In the chambers, in the church, in the locker rooms of the church. He was putting heavy meat deep inside them boys in the church. And put heavy dark meat inside of them.
Dark meat, bro.
In the church.
Dark meat is crazy.
Putting heavy meat on women all day. You enjoy that. You love the pleasure of sleeping with women. But when it comes to putting heavy meat on women all day, you enjoy that. You love the pleasure of sleeping with women. Let a man pipe you down, put heavy meat on your back. Heavy meat.
Bro.
Daughter legs up, all the way up, and he gonna be inside of her balls deep.
When Ringo used heavy meat, he talking.
How you gonna say that about somebody else's daughters? You got 4. What you think it ain't gonna happen to yours, nigga? Everybody else's daughters is gonna get the heavy meat, but his ain't. Oh, man. Why would you even want to think about that? Just thinking about that made me want to call Blicky up and let me borrow one of his guns.
About laying pipe on a woman balls deep. You don't ever hear me, and you never will hear me refer to another man's meat.
I don't know what meat is. Too bad I don't have my laughter track, but you know Ringo be talking about heavy meat deep. Y'all know what meat is, right?
I'm all about the women. I'm all about the niggas. Because any masculine man in his right mind ain't gonna be paying attention to another man's meat.
Heavy meat. All you fathers out there that got something to say, don't have no daughters. Don't. Because you're going to learn the same thing.
He got 4 daughters.
Some guy going to have your daughter legs up, all the way up, and he going to be inside of her balls deep. Heavy meat. I'm just telling you, I'm just keeping it a buck, fam, because.
Why would you even want to think about that, bro? Especially with somebody with 4 daughters. My daughters is babies. Why would you even want to go there? Oh man, this is making me mad.
Because you know, at the end of the day, you know, everybody passing. So you put heavy meat in another man's wife. and have the nerve
on another man's meat? I mean, come on, dog.
Dow, how you gonna do that to Eric? Somebody had to put heavy meat. We arguing all night. Where were you? Why are you with him? What's going on? They put heavy meat all up inside of her deep.
What kind
She's gonna become interested in a man, and he's gonna put heavy meat all up inside of her deep. Put heavy meat all up inside of her deep. He was putting heavy meat in her, fam. Dow was sweating. She had on a white garment, but it's like you could tell that she was on the grass.
I mean, come on, dog.
What am I supposed to think?
Hours of RINGO magic and manual.
He was putting heavy meat in her, fam.
Come on, dog.
Somebody had to put heavy meat.
What?
And he put heavy meat in you, right? With anointed oil. Usher violated. He putting heavy meat in this woman. Usher violated. He putting heavy meat in this woman. I ain't gonna hold you, Pastor Man. If I was in with the Lord, I say, if I was in with the Lord,
I mean, come on, dog.
Probably put heavy meat. I'm talking about deep
come
inside.
On, dog.
I mean, for all we know, they probably smashed. With the way that's looking, Usher probably put heavy meat. I'm talking about deep.
What kind of man focuses on another man's meat?
I mean, I don't even have a reaction for
deep
this.
Inside Alicia Keys, probably put.
Y'all trying. I really want to say it's a lot of heavy meat talk in this, and it's just what the fuck. That's a lot of heavy meat talk, bro. You worse than Corey Holcomb.
Heavy meat. I'm talking about deep inside Alicia Keys. I'm telling you, fam. Another man put heavy meat on your wife, bro. There's no way around this one. Ain't no way in this world you gonna see any woman of mine on the stage with Usher where he grabbing her up. Look how he grabbing her. Heavy meat in her back door. Violated Swiss Beats wife. He put heavy meat in her back door. In her.
All right, y'all. I heard enough. I heard enough. I'm stopping this right here. That's enough. I've had enough heavy meat talking in my ears from school. I quit. Holla at y'all.